I felt dirty.
I felt putrid.
And I cringed. I started to scratch at myself.
We didn't know that this girl's gone to a house and said to him, I've just been raped by 6 blokes.
And so the reaction was really immediate within the community.
So there was no feeling at all, really.
But there was a few odds and bods that were not real helpful, like asking me questions like, did you see her in the raw, did you see her tits? People saying, did you throw one into her?
Whip it in, whip it out and wipe it.
And you will share a woman with a good mate.
Like just stuff like that. And
So I ran a deep, almost boiling hot bath straight away, and I don't think I put any cold water in it. And I just sat there and scrubbed myself.
With great sigh, as if something was really wrong with her.
And scrubbed, and I was red raw.
There's a sense of camaraderie about a gangbang.
And flea shampoo, and then normal shampoo, and the Solvol from the laundry.
I personally have been involved in maybe over 30 group sex gangbangs.
All you're doing is getting your rocks off and getting off, you know.
It's very advantage.
The minute I stepped out of the bar, I felt this dirtiness all over again.
A lot of these have been involved with the woman being unconscious through alcohol or through drugs.
I got back into the bath and I got more disinfectant.
Where she's not actually knowing in a coherent orgy manner that she's being raped.
Do you regard that as rape?
No, I don't. No.
Why is that?
If the victim is unconscious at the time and has no real say in the matter, then the rape isn't technically a rape.
So in some way there was some sort of ease put in my mind. I thought, well, I can cope with that.
She's drunk and you'll take advantage of it.
And then perhaps that I'd probably just let him do it and, I can go my way, but...
And it was at that time that Martin came home and I was rinsing my hair for about the 6th time.
This is your husband?
Yeah.
Like, I've been a very good friend of hers for a number of years. I could see bruise marks on her neck and on the backs of her arms where she'd obviously been held.
I just jumped because I didn't hear him. He said, "What's the matter?" And I just couldn't talk to him. I didn't want to look at him. I just
Crawled up in the corner of a room with a fist clenched, and
next thing I knew, he was kneeling next to me and he said, did someone hurt you? And I just nodded. I wanted everyone to go away. I just wanted to be on my own.
I mean, for one,
I couldn't fight them off because the pants were still around my ankles.
my stockings were pulled down. How can you run? I guess it sort of thought through how I could quickly get that first leap off or try and escape. I kept punching him and I sort of pulled them back up.
He said,
Yeah, if you ever do that again.
he came over and hit me on the breast.
He immediately grabbed me and pulled me down. And
it didn't make me feel real crash hot after seeing what Tina had been through.
So we were having a few drinks. This girl, she obviously was off her face, but we were so far off our faces it didn't matter.
Do you regard that as rape?
No, I don't.
I think all up, 3 of us had sex with a woman, and one guy was so pissed he just spewed in the corner and he was out to it. Once you've had your turn, that's it. And the other guy, he had the clap, which we didn't know at the time. We didn't know. No respect. Respect doesn't even come into it.
okay, secondly, I didn't have a voice. It's just nothing. I guess I was just a hole. So I just felt completely hopeless.
or I describe it to myself as a bit like a beaten dog.
Because rape is an individual decision to humiliate a victim.
I opened my eyes and I just saw this hand come down and push my head down, and I saw the penis of the second fellow, and I thought he was going to make me have oral sex with him, but he just
Shook it in my face. He pushed it further and further down my throat.
ejaculated all over my face and head.
Just chanted, swallow it, swallow it.
I would have felt better,
There's no thought to her welfare.
I'm sure, if he had called me the worst names he could think to call me. But he did not utter one word from the time he knocked me down to rape me by the side of the bed at the time he left that house.
Rape is something completely outside of that environment. It's a very binding act with you and your friend, with you and your mate.
Anyway, he finished, and by which time I felt like vomiting. I was gagging.
I could hear her crying out, "Help me." I was just get in the car and go back into the town to get...
I just felt violated, of course.
And that's why I constantly kept on having the baths, because I guess in retrospect that's the only way that I felt that I was clean, was when I was in water.
Next time we woke up was coppers coming down on us, and
To completely overpower
putting their guns into our heads and just saying, don't fucking move, you know?
To dominate.
He went to take my jumper off and he didn't have a grip on me at all. With my shirt half undone, I got up and then so I just slipped it off my arms and ran straight out the door.
That was that. We didn't think anything of it, you know? We went back in the shed and just went to sleep. We didn't know.
Yeah, surely somebody would do something. That's what I'd hope.
Just calling out to me, help, please help me.
And nobody says they saw it.
And 2 boys from the town came in.
The policeman,
and said, oh, this is terrible. Oh, what a mongrel. Oh, we'll get him. And they had hammers and everything. And I said, please, just untie my hands. Please be very careful, because I thought my fingers would have split like sausages.
You get to a level within your own self that you cease to think about the woman as a person.
Deep down, I didn't really believe that would be what would happen.
This was one of the hardest things I had to come to grips with.
Because at this time, I was angry with her for warning me out and for telling the police.
When you heard that she'd been tied up for so long, did that concern you at all?
Didn't emotionally wreck me or anything like that.
We didn't know. But this girl's gone to a house and said to him, I've just been raped by 6 blokes.
If the victim is unconscious at the time and has no real say in the matter, then the rape isn't technically a rape.
We didn't know.